Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, January 16th. A very active weather pattern unfolding for the eastern part of the U.S. Multiple systems can have an impact on the region going into the middle part of next week. First of all, low pressure is likely to spread accumulating snow to much of the mid-Atlantic region tomorrow night. May begin as early as late tomorrow afternoon, but more likely tomorrow night. From D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City, I expect 1 to 3 inches is primarily in the northern and western suburbs. Those higher amounts of 2 or 3 inches or so to the north and west of I-95, the lower amounts to the south and east. But again, could be a 1 to 3 inch type of snowfall tomorrow night. Late tomorrow night, early Friday morning, temperatures could actually inch up a bit. The snow could wind down and end as a period of sleet or freezing rain, all of which could make for some slippery spots early Friday morning. Then the weekend presents us with a major storm potential, lots of precipitation, could throw everything to the mid-Atlantic region from rain to ice to snow. Very early in the game right now, the upper level energy that will help to form this particular storm is still over the Pacific Ocean. Lots of details to be ironed out, specifically how much of each precipitation type will fall in the I-95 corridor. There are a few things we can say pretty close to being certain right now. The farther to the north and west, the higher the elevation, the better the chance for snow and ice. Closer to the coast, better chance for rain. But another thing that is certain is that an Arctic air mass will blast into the region late Sunday night, and that could lead to a flash freeze type of situation where any liquid that remains on roadways could freeze up in a hurry. We're talking late Sunday night. Very likely temperatures drop to the single digits by early Monday in the I-95 corridor region, the coldest air mass of the year. There have been some trends in the models over the past couple of days, and they could play an important role in the upcoming weekend event, and we'll kind of focus in on that over the next several minutes. First of all, let's start off with the GFS model run from last night, 0Z. We're looking at 500 millibar level, the all-important upper level of 500 millibars, where the vorticity maxes are shown here in yellow. Not much going on this morning here in the mid-Atlantic region in terms of upper level features. Kind of a cloudy morning here. Stratocumulus formed overnight. It'll be a partly sunny to mostly cloudy type of day. Moderately cold. High temperatures this afternoon near the 40-degree mark in many areas. Let's now push ahead here and see the Thursday night system. There it is, a wave of energy in the upper part of the atmosphere by late tonight, early tomorrow, sitting right over the middle part of the country. That basically moves from west to east. Certainly not a blockbuster type of system here. First of all, it's not all that strong. Second of all, it's moving rather quickly from west to east. Nonetheless, it looks like snow could break out late tomorrow afternoon, certainly early tomorrow night in much of the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor. And again, there's a chance that it mixes with or ends as a period of sleet or freezing rain towards daybreak on Friday. Let's keep moving forward. That moves out over the western part of the Atlantic Ocean. Now here we are Friday morning, and here is that wave, all-important wave of energy that will play a role in the upcoming weekend. Now let's go back in time here just to see where that is. Now here we are. See, it's over the Pacific Ocean all the way until Thursday. Here we are Thursday morning, and there's that wave of energy. So it's not even close to being modeled all that well, handled all that well by the model. So it's still have a couple days to go to decipher what exactly will happen over the upcoming weekend. By Friday morning, here we are, that wave of energy driving to the south and east. And exactly how far south and east that wave of energy goes will determine the storm track. And the storm track is still a little bit iffy. There are some models that have it going right up over the I-95 corridor or just to the west. That would increase the chance for lots of rain in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. There are trends, however, still signs that this could actually be more to the south and east, which would pull the snow and ice farther to the south and east as well. That is still on the table. The interaction between this wave of energy down in the deep south by Saturday morning and a wave of energy up over southern Canada, the northern stream and the southern stream. That interaction will play the all-important role as to exactly where the storm ends up tracking this weekend. Let's keep moving forward. Here we go now. By Saturday night, notice the wave of energy down across the deep south here and another wave up across the northern stream. This has actually trended farther to the south and east, and not only the GFS model but the European model, which I'll show shortly here, the trend for this has been a little farther to the south and east. And again, that makes it in general a colder solution for the northeastern part of the nation, more ominous situation potentially. We'll see if this trend continues. In fact, let's compare this particular position from last night's model run to 24 hours earlier. And here we go. Excuse me. We see much farther to the south and east in the latest model run here by the GFS. This is from 2 nights ago for Saturday night, and this is last night's model run for Saturday night, the same time frame. So again, there's a trend now a little bit farther to the south and east. We'll see if that trend continues. Now let's keep pushing forward here, and here we go again. The interaction between this northern wave and the southern stream wave will play the important role in the storm track over the upcoming weekend. And again, all of that will be followed by an Arctic blast late Sunday night time frame. Could cause a quick ice up in many parts of the mid-Atlantic region. Let's now move ahead into Monday morning. And here we go, finally pushes off. Monday promises to be a bitter cold day, the coldest day of the year so far in the mid-Atlantic region. Again, the possibility exists for single-digit lows by early Monday morning and perhaps highs only in the teens in parts of the I-95 corridor on Monday. And look at this, way out to the west on Monday, another vigorous-looking wave of energy that could have an impact on the mid-Atlantic region come Tuesday night or Wednesday of next week. Well, before we get to the surface maps, I wanted to show the European model run and some of the changes at 500 millibars with respect to the European model run. These are model runs from 2 nights ago to yesterday morning to last night. So over a 24-hour period, and what we're looking at here are the northern branch wave of energy right here and the southern branch. And the trend here is that there's a little bit more separation right here. That's the last run, the latest run. There's a little bit more separation. That's another important trend here. What that allows for is lower heights up across the northeastern part of the nation this weekend when there's a little bit more separation between these two waves of energy. Lower heights generally translates to lower temperatures, so that increases the chance for more snow and ice in the northeastern part of the nation. Also, we'll be following the development or the formation of an upper level ridge, always a key player. When there's a downstream trough over the eastern U.S., you look to the western U.S. for a strong upper level ridge. Again, increases the chance for snow and ice in the northeastern part of the nation. So the trend between the GFS and the European certainly have been for a slightly colder and colder solution for the upcoming weekend event. We'll see if that trend continues. Again, the main wave of energy is still way out over the Pacific Ocean. Well, let's now walk through last night's 0Z GFS model run at the surface. We're looking at surface forecast maps. There's a low pressure area over southeastern Canada right now, and that actually swings a cold front through the region later today, early tonight, which actually plays a key role in the snow expected tomorrow night. It's only a weak cold frontal passage, but let's push ahead here. There's that cold front passing through early tonight, and what it will tend to do is make it a little bit colder on Thursday compared to today, and perhaps more importantly, a little bit drier. Dew points will actually drop behind this frontal system and will be rather low tomorrow. That leads to the possibility of some evaporative cooling when the precipitation arrives early tomorrow night. That cools off the atmosphere and favors the formation of snow in this particular case. So again, a weak cool frontal system passes through the mid-Atlantic region late today, early tonight, ushers in colder and drier air for Thursday and Thursday night, paving the way for maybe a 1 to 3 inch type of snowfall tomorrow night. Let's keep moving forward. By the way, these maps from tropicaltidbits.com. The European model maps were from WSI. And here we go, that low pressure over the Ohio Valley tomorrow night. At this time, snow should very well break out in the Mid-Atlantic region, perhaps as early as late in the day in the D.C. metro region, and then basically snow north of the Mason-Dixon line. Again, late tomorrow night, early Friday morning, and enough warming could occur in the lower levels of the atmosphere that the snow mixes with or changes over to sleet and freezing rain before ending early Friday morning. That certainly could lead to some slippery spots for the Friday morning commute. And again, I'm thinking 1 to 3 inches with the higher amounts in that range to the north and west, the lower amounts to the south and east. All of it pulls out certainly by mid-morning on Friday. Let's keep moving forward here. And Friday afternoon actually will turn out not as cold as recent days, with highs perhaps low to mid-40s in the I-95 corridor. And then here we go, the major storm for the upcoming weekend. Certainly will be some cold air to start with over the northeastern U.S. This is now Saturday afternoon. And here we go, low pressure now going over the Tennessee Valley. Again, the storm track can shift a little bit. The trend has been a little bit more to the south and east in recent model runs. Still a couple days to go before we lock this in. Snow could break out north of the Mason-Dixon line Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and with the storm track over the I-95 corridor, or perhaps just to the west, that snow could change to rain, and if it does, there could be some heavy rain Saturday night in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. Snow up to the north, however, in interior sections of the northeastern U.S., perhaps right along the coast still, some rainfall here. This is now Saturday night. And then we go into early Sunday morning. Very well could be some serious icing with this particular event here, and some significant snowfall, especially to the north and west and higher elevations, let's say of central and western Pennsylvania and upstate New York and interior sections of New England. And again, this is with the storm track right about over the I-95 corridor region. If all of this shifts a bit to the south and east, all that snow and ice shifts to the south and east as well. Then by the time we get to late Sunday, cold Arctic air starts to pour in on the backside of this weekend storm. Could very well be a flash freeze type of setup here with a quick icing up on the roadways, especially in those areas that got significant rainfall. That may be the worst case scenario, in the sense that when temperatures plunge late Sunday, it could become an icy mess in those particular areas. And with that influx of cold air, the rain very likely changes over to ice and snow, even in the I-95 corridor region late Sunday. Let's keep moving forward. Here we go. By the time Sunday night rolls around, an Arctic air mass just floods into the Mid-Atlantic region. And again, by Monday morning, here we go, the coldest day of the year so far. Low temperatures Monday morning, very likely in the single digits in much of the I-95 corridor. And highs on Monday, perhaps confined to the teens in much of the I-95 corridor. This is the forecast map for Monday morning. Notice another storm out in, in the western U.S. That could have an impact here in the Mid-Atlantic region Tuesday night or Wednesday of next week. So a lot to pin down for the upcoming weekend. Significant precipitation this weekend. Could very well be all of the above: rain, sleet, freezing rain, snow, and some areas could get significant snow, some areas could get significant icing, and other areas can get significant rainfall. Meantime, before we get to that, we have a 1 to 3 inch type of snowfall coming to much of the I-95 corridor region Thursday night, and then following that weekend storm, an Arctic blast for Sunday night and Monday. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.